So when we were talking about taking a matter in our hand, how many of you from Atlantic City here? Can you raise hand? Atlantic City, right? So you heard all the time. Atlantic City is an iconic city. So when something bad happened, it hit first page of a newspaper. But when single mom with the 2 kids achieve something, it's not getting recognized. That's where we started I Achieve Success Celebration, and we committed that we're gonna get all the city residents together and create a co-op. Very interesting thing, it's not another nonprofit. It's a for-profit community benefit corporation with the opportunity to Atlantic City residents to own the shares. And we talked about this a long time, and I'm like, and I wanted to share, next slide. I wanted to share that my friend and current our state's lieutenant governor, I connected with him when he was a president for a Centenary University, and I was sharing all the time that a lot of people say, college is not for everybody, college is not for everybody. So as a trade school founder and CEO, it's a good lot of money for us. But then my kids, my daughter's here, she's in Rutgers, my son is in Stockton, and how can I tell all of these kids that college is not for you without creating an opportunity? So we partner when he was the president for Centenary University with him and say we can do both. If you choose to go to college or choose to go to trade, you can go. And at those days, he was the first university president believe in what we were talking about. And I learned a lot in terms of how we can help folks from public assistant to middle class. So that's his word that we wanted to start a middle class movement in New Jersey. But the way I learned the system, you do little bit good, and I have a workforce development board folks here. So I say, you do little bit good, we're gonna take the food stamp away. You do little bit good, we'll take your housing away. So everybody's so afraid to do something good. And to solve that, unless you are making $25, $30 an hour or more, it's very difficult to get into the middle class. And that's what I learned from Dr. Dale Caldwell, that as a united, if the community get together, and I'll give you some statistics, next slide. In Atlantic City, 1 out of 5 residents face food insecurity. There is no real supermarket. Now, we're about to get an Atlantic City fresh market. 24% underemployed, $2.7 billion wealth leaves Atlantic City. And I'll tell you this way, I say out loud all the time, that anybody who's receiving a public assistance, their dollar come to them is their purchasing power. Combine 18 to 20,000 Atlantic City residents who receive public assistance, their purchasing power is $150 million a year. Why we need somebody from outside to come and save us? We get together, we unite, and we do business, and we keep communities' money in community. And that's our mission and vision for Atlantic City Community Co-op. Next slide. So what we have done in Atlantic City, what we have done is create a digital, because we're tech school, we're techy, this is an AI world. We create an app called Boardwalk Basket. But the whole philosophy is, this whole project is truly community owned. So anybody who don't live in Atlantic City, don't work in Atlantic City, or don't do business in Atlantic City cannot own the co-op. So it's true community-owned market. We're gonna have a full-service digital supermarket. So from October this year, if anybody say that we don't have access to food, you can just say, call Boardwalk Basket, they'll deliver. And how we're delivering is through our Block Captain network. Some of the Block Captain is in here. Oh, he is with the camera right there going. He is our future block captain. There you go. He lives in Atlantic City, and he is going to be leading a block, owning the block, and running the block with Atlantic City Community Co-op. And we're gonna have eventually one block captain for each block of Atlantic City who live there and who run the delivery business, not only for our co-op, but it's a digital marketplace. So any Atlantic City small businesses wanted to deliver, they will deliver from the digital marketplace. Another thing the same co-op app is doing, no more doing an intake after intake. How many of you experience that we need some support and you go to organization and says, do the intake. You go to another organization, do the intake. What we're doing, you're our community co-op member, last intake you do is our membership. We will refer your need to a partner organization. So I call it common app of social services. That's what we're building in a co-op. Next slide. So whether you need a training, workforce development, or wanted to learn and do indoor farming, we're gonna have a home delivery network, grocery store, social service, food pantry, community kitchen. Anything is owned by community, so community's dollar stay in community while community members generate revenue that they can say. I was just sharing with our LG because this is inspired by his middle class movement. I was saying that next year when we do graduation, I want 100 of our members say that we're saying no to welfare because we make too much money. That's the goal of community co-op, that we wanted to say no to welfare, say we don't want, because we're getting rich, we don't want. So next slide. The timeline, we're pre-launching today. We will be doing a grand opening October 2nd. October 2nd is a very significant. I always tell with Rod Patel, because I'm Ren Green, and October 2nd is a Gandhi's birthday. So we say, King in me, Gandhi within him. And we create a model where we're gonna create and celebrate Ownership Day, October 2nd in Atlantic City, where we want 5,000 Atlantic City residents to get together and say we own this. And not just in a saying sake, they'll have a share certificate of ownership, that we truly own it. And that's how they can generate the dividend, that's how they can generate the employment, and that's how they generate the revenue. 2027, we're gonna have a scale this to greater Atlantic City, because Pleasantville is my home. That's the next stop for me to expand community co-op in a Pleasantville also. Next slide. There you go, thank you, thank you. And this is how you can join. You can become a member, you can become a vendor, you can become a sponsor. I'm just gonna tell Akash, if you can bring up a website, accoop.com. Please guys, this is a live site, accoop.com. That's our website, and you can also get ready to our app. It's an Instacart of Atlantic City, run by Atlantic City students, owned by Atlantic City residents, called Boardwalk Basket. But this is the Atlantic City Community Co-op website. Please go visit AC Co-op and be a part of it. You have to be proud that you're gonna be owning this. This is the first time in American history that all the labeled people, the way I was labeled, undocumented, the way a lot of my kids labeled, single parent, justice involved. This is the first time in American history, while we're celebrating 250 years, that all the labeled people, all the poor people, or so-called challenge community get together and we will own $10 million company. Because we have a buying power of $150 million a year. So we'll own it together. Thank you.